Hello everyone, my name is Paper Slayer and today we are back with another video. This is my second video on this channel on this format. So let's just start. Today's topic is suffering. Okay. So in life, all of us have to suffer for something. Suffering is always going to be there no matter who you are, what you're doing, what you have been doing, and what you will be doing. You will have to suffer regardless of who you are and where you are. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, the thing about suffering is that the only way to be happy is through suffering. There is no light without dark. So all of these things are basically different sides of the same coin. Light and dark are the different sides of the same coin, because without darkness there is no concept of light, there is no concept of light without darkness. Okay. Now the thing is, happiness and suffering, both of these things are intertwined. You cannot be happy if you have never felt sadness or suffering. You cannot feel the anguish of suffering and sadness if you haven't been happy. Okay. These two things are the same thing basically. You cannot have one thing without the other. So my idea here is that I am trying to tell you, okay, if you are trying to be happy, then you have to embrace the fact that you are going to be suffering at some point in your life, and it's going to be a cycle. Sometimes you would be happy, sometimes you would be sad, and then happy, and then back to sad. That's just how life is. And instead of trying to avoid as much sadness as you possibly can, I think it's very important for us to understand that we have to suffer at some point in order for us to know what happiness even is. Now, obviously, you might be thinking, but I don't want to be sad. I just want to be happy. If you were always happy, then happiness would have no meaning. The only reason we crave happiness so badly is because we suffer. If we didn't suffer, then we wouldn't be happy. If we weren't happy, then we wouldn't know why we hate suffering so much. Right? It's basically the same thing when you think about it. So my idea is that if you are going to suffer, regardless of what you're going to do, what actions you're going to take, who you're going to talk, who you're going to keep in your life, who you're going to hang out with, if all of these things are going to lead to suffering and then eventual happiness, then why don't we simply choose our own suffering? Because it's better to suffer for something that you believe in, right? Let's say you want to pursue something in music and you are struggling to be a musician, then you have chosen that suffering on your own. It is your own choice. And when we make choices that we want to take further into the future, we are fine with the suffering, because it was your choice, your idea, your belief, your willingness to give yourself a chance. I am an artist, right? Being an artist is extremely hard when it comes to just doing artistic things, making money, and all that. Because a lot of people say a lot of different things. Your parents don't believe in you, your relatives, they don't believe in you. Sometimes your own partner doesn't believe in you, and that happens. Sometimes you just have to believe in your own self enough to give it a shot. Even though everybody is standing against you, there should be something you believe in so much that you are willing to stand alone for it. And that is something very important. If your parents tell you to do something, doctor, engineering, or some job or something like that, and you're suffering there, because there is suffering everywhere, then you are much less willing to go through that suffering, because you never actually wanted to do it in the first place. For me, I knew from the first day when I decided I am going to be an artist and I will have to suffer for this. There is a lot of There is a lot of sadness, there is a lot of suffering that is going to be involved. Maybe I will have to be homeless, maybe I won't get to eat, and all of these things I knew that I would have to face at some point. People won't talk to me, my friends won't talk to me, blah blah blah. And all of these things, they did happen more or less. But I was happy knowing that I took the choice on my own and then I went forward with it. I am still suffering, but this is the kind of suffering that I have chosen to take part in. And when I solve this suffering, at the end, I am going to be a much happier man, because this was my choice. I took this all on my own because I believed in myself enough to give myself a shot at this. Now, if I have to be homeless at some point, that's fine. I will live with it, because this is a choice that I made. This is self-inflicted suffering, if you may call it that way. So, if you are going to live life and if you are going to suffer no matter what, why don't you just choose the suffering on your own? Choose the path you want to walk, choose the ground you want to crawl on, and then eventually, when you crawl out of that pit and you are standing on your own feet again, you will be a much happier man or a woman, because you chose the path that was in front of you. You decided to step on it, and then no matter what, you decided to walk on it till the end. And I think that is one of the most important things you can do in order for you to be happy. Choose your own suffering and then get over that suffering eventually. And when you do, you will be much happier. And maybe, who knows, maybe you will be like me, who loves that idea of a challenge, loves that idea of just doing something really hard, feeling that angst of actually suffering through something and then learning and then overcoming it. That not many, very many people are like that, I understand, but I hope there are some people like that, who are willing to suffer through things for their own hopes and dreams, for the life that they want to live. Because without suffering there is no happiness, and there is no happiness without suffering. So this is the end of the video. If you liked it, like it. If you don't like it, tell me why. Subscribe if you want to. Weekly videos are coming. And also, if you had started something new from the last video, write it down in the comment section below. And next week, tell me your progress in the comment section below again. Okay? I will see you guys next week with a new video.